Now to something that you might not have caught, but you absolutely must see. Orioles, Blue Jays, Kobe Mayo in the bottom of the fourth. He's going to hit a nice little solo shot in the deep center, but the focus should be on this fan. Heck of a catch. A little leaner to snag it, but the most important thing, welcome to the show. You might get your invite after that catch, young man. Game tied at 1 apiece. So we move to the bottom of the fifth now. Blaze Alexander is up at the dish. This also one out to deep center. Bounces up. And how about the fan once again? The ground rule double.
That's a lucky ticket right there.
Now he in the right place, right time. Timing is everything, baby. O's go on to lose 2-1. He wound up giving the ball away to a lovely kid out in the stands as well. He's a good dude above all else. Same cannot be said for West out at Summerhouse. I'm sorry, I had to get one more dig in. That's really all I got for the game.
I'm just respecting that man out there just barehanded that.
This is Sports Center.
Show is Burt, Scales, the gang, Wemby and the Spurs. Of course, the game 7 will show you how San Antonio bucked the trend to get a dub.
And both the NBA and Major League Baseball are cooking up some big changes. What it means for both leagues. Sports Center starts right now.
Blasted to right center. And go! Brooke Wells is alive and well.
The Western Conference Finals has been two teams trading haymakers. Game 6, drills a 3 there. Had another one on the next possession. Spurs were up 7 at that point. But that was one of few buckets he had. 0 of 5 for 3 was SGA. Just 3 free throw attempts. Thunder down by 8 at that. Crossover, step back is money. Top somewhere. Wemby with 28-10. And
It's called the little mistakes that we do that are human nature, whether it's in the regular season or previous games. We just got to fight that all the time. And when your back's against the wall, it feels like it's the best opportunity to do that.
Tonight was do or die, and I think a lot of fans are going to be happy. They say it's the best line in sports, I believe. So we'll be prepared, take the next 40 hours or whatever it may be to try to get ready, get organized, and get ready to go into a hostile environment against the defending champs in the Western Conference Finals for a team that's done it multiple times and knows exactly what they're going to, what it takes. And I would expect to get their best punch. We're going to go in with our eyes wide open and expecting nothing less.
they clearly embrace that position because when they're trailing in a series tonight, Spurs got their third win by at least 20 points in that situation in these playoffs alone. In fact, those 3 20-point dubs are tied with the 2022 Celtics for the most in a single postseason in NBA history. But let Mark Daigneault tell it, the Thunder were not expecting this result at all.
It's hard to win a playoff game, period, against anybody. It's hard to win a playoff game against a great team. It's hard to win a playoff game against a great team on the road. It's hard to win really any Game 6 in that situation. So I don't know that it was necessarily anything we did wrong. I thought we were ready to play. I felt confident going into the game.
They just punched, and we didn't punch back. They were the aggressors tonight from start to finish. They played harder than us, made more shots, were more aggressive. Like, we're in attack mode, and we were on our heels. Like you said, we kept it in a manageable spot, but the second half, it just blew out of proportion. Anything can happen in a Game 7. Like, it's win or go home. It being in your building is nice, but, like, it doesn't really mean anything. Like, you have to go out there and be the better basketball team or else your season's done, and that's what it comes down to. Now, it's going to be nice having our fans behind us and cheering us, but we got to go out there and be better, and if we're not better, our season will be over.
SGA is dialed in for Game 7 as he should be, just like he was in the regular season, because he joined Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the only two players to average 30 points and shoot at least 55% from the field in an MVP season. However, he's in unfamiliar territory right about now, averaging just over 24 points and shooting 38% from the field in this series.
Chiney Ogwumike joins us now. Chiney, the Spurs bounced back with a statement win in Game 6 to even the series. So simply, how was San Antonio able to dominate at home?
One of my favorite phrases is, we may not have it all together, but together we have it all. And this is a young team that may not have it all together, but when they play like one team, they have it all. They play so well. And it was about throwing the first punch. This is a heavyweight battle. And the first punch was thrown by San Antonio. There are a number were plays that showed me they want this. They want to go to 7. Wemby did not run from the matchup where defensively he shot 4, who had 18 points. You missed the end because at the end, he put his hands up and said, "Thank you, Lord Jesus." It takes the Lord's work to try to take down a team that has been dominant the last 2 years in the Oklahoma City Thunder. So overall, this was a 10 out of 10 performance by the San Antonio Spurs, a wire-to-wire victory. And overall, they will have to replicate and keep that same energy on the road if they want a chance to make the NBA Finals.
So let's talk about that Game 7 that we find ourselves at this juncture. It felt like this series was so close in the early onset that it was a lot more tightly contested. Now we've got blowout after blowout. So what's it going to take for the Thunder to be on the right side of one in Game 7?
Well, they've got to find a way to get SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, better looks. This is the first time since 2021 that SGA has had 4 games straight, shooting 40% or less. Now, the question is why? It's because Stephon Castle is doing excellent in single coverage defensively. Most teams, if not all, cannot just put one person on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Spurs can. They only doubled him 3 times. So when you can do that, the defense can actually spread across the floor. And secondly, when Shai does get loose, who is the help defender? The defensive player of the year, Victor Wembanyama. So to me, Shai has to figure out how to score early and often in transition before the defense steps up. And most importantly, we know role players play better at home. Alex Caruso is the perfect example of this. Going into Game 6, Alex Caruso had really at home scored 23 points per game and shot 50% from the field. On the road, only averaging 7 points. And so you need the role players to be productive. The good news is that they will know those nets in Oklahoma City.
To go back to your Shai point, Shai with just 3 free throw attempts, so that's another element to the disastrous recipe thus far. Sinead, we appreciate you.
The Kansas City Chiefs opened OTAs this week, and all eyes were on Patrick Mahomes as number 15 begins his comeback from a torn ACL and LCL. Mahomes is nearly 6 months removed from last season's Week 15 knee injury, and while he is participating in the team's voluntary program, he's still working his way back to full clearance. Nate Taylor is in Kansas City with more.
Thursday was the 3rd consecutive day that Patrick Mahomes was on the practice field, his first week doing such since he had surgery in December to repair the ACL and LCL in his left knee. He moved well with his dropbacks, threw 2 touchdown passes to Xavier Worthy, and was only held out of the 11-on-11 period as a precautionary measure. The looming question now is, will Mahomes be ready for Week 1 on September 14th?
I wanted to play, so I don't want to miss games as much as possible. I know it's not all in my control. It's in God's control at some point, but I'm going to give myself a chance to, by the way I work, to be the best I can be. And so I'm in a good spot now compared to where some people thought, but I thought I was going to be here. So it's just doing what I'm supposed to do every single day, and then hopefully that gives me the chance to be out there with the guys whenever we start the season.
The next notable check mark in Mahomes' rehab is when he's able to run and cut without any pain. As for whether Mahomes is ahead of schedule, Coach Andy Reid asked a fair question himself. Who made the schedule? With the Chiefs, Nate Taylor, ESPN.
All right, coming up here, Wemby's otherworldly talent was on full display as the Spurs forced a Game 7, how the alien abducted a victory out in San Antonio, and some big league changes coming to the pros. Will the NBA eliminate tanking? Can baseball implement a salary cap? We explain in terms you'll understand on the next Dragon Ball Z. Are you Team Sierra?
Isn't everyone?
Okay, thank you. We just had to quit. Above all else, Andy Cohen, just to be clear. We got a Game 7, baby, out in the Western Conference Finals, and it's largely because of the big man Victor Wembanyama. Game, and his head coach Mitch Johnson had some edicts for him pregame.
He's got to take more than 15 shots, even with the free throws, and he's going to have to score more than 20 points for sure.
8 points off the bench for him, part of a 7-0 Spurs run. Later in the third, Stephon Castle, Euro, gets the floater to go. That's a 13-0 run at that point. Under 4 minutes to go, Julian Champagnie makes it a 15-0 run. That's all a part of a 20-0 run for San Antonio. Thunder, dismayed, obviously, outscored by 19 points in the third quarter. Spurs up by a lot after 3, and after 4, it was all a wrap. They win it 118-91 to force the Game 7 with the Wemby punctuation. Dylan Harper, what you got on your boy Wemby?
We all had a bad taste in our mouth after the last game. We felt like we left a lot on the table, and that's just what Vic do. I think that's the type of guy he is, man in his word. So when he came with that outfit, I think everyone knew what was going to happen.
I think he's comfortable, and when he's comfortable, he's good, like really good. and he's had big nights. Probably wouldn't want to get into like scheming wise, but when he's in his comfort zone, he's a really good player.
Had a big night on Thursday. They will need another big night on Saturday, because in the 3 games that San Antonio has won in this series, he's averaging 34 and 14. In the 3 losses, Wemby's scoring has decreased by nearly 12 points per game, and he hasn't been as productive on the boards either.
Now let's throw it back like Mitchell and Ness. On this day in 2016, the Thunder also lost a Game 6, this time at the hands of Klay Thompson and the Warriors. Klay stunned the Oklahoma City crowd by hitting 11 threes, at the time a new playoff record. He finished with 41, including 19 in the fourth. Warriors forced a Game 7.
The NBA and Major League Baseball made a couple of moves today that may seem convoluted to us sports sickos and even weirder to the less sports inclined. So Maddie and Di are here to explain. Let's start with the changes in draft lottery in summer house terms.
As one does. For example, Adam Silver is Andy Cohen. Already runs everything, but they gave him even more power to now punish teams that are out here blatantly tanking. Or, in Andy's case, he can read your least favorite house member for Phil.
So with the 3-2-1 lottery system, the main moves are as follows. Draft lottery is expanding from 14 to 16 teams, 8 from each conference, which is essentially them adding a couple of folks to the house in the Hamptons. I pray that it's just not Jordan.
The NBA is proposing that the teams finishing in the bottom 4 through 10 all have an 8% chance for the number 1 pick in the draft, essentially flattening the odds. It's like Andy Cohen at the reunion, giving everyone a chance to speak.
Then we have the issue of the 3 worst teams, record-wise. Their lottery odds for landing the number 1 pick dropped from 14% to just above 5%. It's like telling Wes and Amanda that even though you were messy as all outdoors, that type of mess, it's not going to be tolerated.
Meanwhile, let's talk Major League Baseball. Owners have proposed a salary cap, and as a classic American pastime, let's put this in Price is Right terms. We know the rules of the salary cap. You want to get the right amount without going over. But part of the deal would also be a salary floor, too. So no more $1 bids and the Price is Right. You still don't want to go over, though.
I wish you had the little stick mic. Owners are also proposing a 50-50 revenue split with the players, just like the most helpful lifeline on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But all this is just from one half of the parties involved to get us to opening day in 2027. Jeff Passan has more.
While the expectation is that there will be no deal before the December 1st CBA expiration and that MLB is going to lock out the players, the reality is this doesn't get hairy until next February and March. The question at this point is, will games in 2027 be lost or not, and can they bridge that huge gap that exists now?
If this new proposed salary cap from the owners were to happen, it would force over half the league to adjust their payrolls.
8 teams would have to shed money, including the Dodgers and Yankees, while 12 would have to increase their spending, such as the Cardinals and Rays. Wemby and the Spurs have given us the 2 best words in sports. Game 7 will show you the elite company they will join. Coming up next on SportsCenter.
Wondering what response we would get. What a start for Wemby.
Wembanyama is just one big burst here tonight.
What a finish.
Here, Oklahoma City is absolutely disconnected.
They just punched, and we didn't punch back.
20-0 run for the Spurs.
This is a scary Spurs team.
The Spurs have pulled it off, and there will be a 7th game.
NBA reporter Michael C. Wright joins us now from San Antonio. Michael, Victor Wembanyama was warned by the league after not speaking after Game 5's loss, but he did speak tonight. How did Wemby bounce back to set the tone for his teammates?
Well, the funny thing is he didn't really have much to say in his post-game presser about his approach going into this thing. His teammate spoke for him. Obviously, he did not speak to us after Game 5, but Harrison Barnes, and there was like a momentum that he said that they were able to just ride. The interesting thing I saw was in the 3rd quarter, there was a time when Wembanyama wasn't even on the floor, and they went on an 11-0 run. That is the momentum that he set, and they ended up going on a 20-0 to Game 7. The San Antonio Spurs are very confident about their chances. I asked Stephon Castle, 7. They feel like they can win it, even on the road.
Well, and as you mentioned, not a lot of words from Victor Wembanyama, but actions speak louder. A 27-point victory. Game 6 is the biggest win in an elimination game in Spurs playoff history. Michael, thanks so much.
As we get ready for Game 7, let's take a look back at some memorable Western Conference Finals Game 7s. 93 Suns Supersonics League MVP Charles Barkley put up a ridiculous 44-24 and led Phoenix to its first NBA Finals appearance since 1976. 7 years later, the Trailblazers and Lakers battling it out for conference supremacy. Portland led by 13 entering the fourth, but LA would rally, outscoring the Blazers 31-13 to advance to the finals, where they would win the first of 3 straight titles in the Shaq and Kobe era. Fast forward to 2016, and we got back-to-back MVP Steph Curry dropping 36 to lead Golden State past OKC in Game 7 to complete the 3-1 comeback. That was Kevin Durant's last game with the Thunder before joining the Dubs the following season. Now, whoever wins Game 7 on Saturday may not see the New York Knicks center Mitchell Robinson in the finals. He has a broken right pinky finger, and there is no timetable for his return. A person familiar with the situation tells the Associated Press. Robinson appeared in 13 of New York's first 16 games through the first 3 rounds of the playoffs.
From the MNBA to the WNBA, the Aces taking on the Wings, and #1 overall pick AZ Fudd making her very first career start in the WNBA against the defending champs and driving, getting the bucket to go over 2 defenders. This game keeping it close. Next Wings possession, Jessica Shepard driving, laying it in. Game is tied at 72 as we take our chance to the fourth quarter. Early in the fourth, same score. Shepard working down low, gets the bucket. Wings take the lead up 2. Now A'ja Wilson off the glass. Aces back within 2. Wilson had 21 points. Not that easy. Now Wings up 3. Paige Beckers finds Fudd, drains the 3. UConn stand up. AZ had 22 points in her first career WNBA start. Now off the miss, Shepard with the rebound and the assist, finding a Wakuyer for the layup. She is 1 assist away from a triple-double. And just like that, dishes the dime. Boom goes the dynamite. Get her on the court, and she's trouble. Jessica Shepard messed around and got a triple-double, her second of the season. Then Beckers with the 3 to ice this one. The Wings get the win. Hammond, what do you think?
A'ja Wilson shoots 1 free throw. Kennedy Carter 0. Jackie Young 0. I'm tired of that bullshit. I'm not saying they didn't earn their 22 down there, but when a Wakuyer shoots more free throws than A'ja Wilson and Jackie Young and Kennedy Carter all combined, that's a problem. And we're not getting the same whistle. Give me my fine.
Oh, they will, Becky, I promise you. Caitlin Clark and the Fever facing the Valkyries. Under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter is where we pick it up. 7-point game. Clark ahead to Sophie Cunningham. Milestone assist for 500 in her career. Fastest to reach that mark in W history. We were tied at 4 going into halftime. Jumping to the fourth quarter, though, Cunningham turns it over. Gabby Williams up to Veronica Burton. Hoop in the harm, part of her 25.6 board night. Valkyries up 4 after the missed free throw. Caitlin Clark knocking down that 3 brings the Fever back within 1, under a minute to play. Clark pulling up from the corner. That's short. Valkyries collect the rebound, and they're moving in transition. Janelle Saloon finishing on the other end to put Golden State up 5, and now 0.6 remaining. Fever actually down 2, coming out of a timeout. Aaliyah Boston gets a shot. It is no good. Valkyries hold on to win 90-88.
Monday night, 4-time Stanley Cup champion Claude Lemieux was the torchbearer before the Canadiens' home playoff game against the Hurricanes. Early Thursday morning, Lemieux died at the age of 60. A fierce physical competitor and one of NHL's most unforgettable playoff performers, Lemieux scored 379 career goals across 21 seasons, winning championships with the Canadiens, the New Jersey Devils, and Colorado Avalanche, while earning the 1995 Conn Smythe Trophy as playoff MVP. Only 8 players in league history have scored more playoff goals than Lemieux. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office announced that Lemieux died by suicide, a reminder that personal struggles can exist beyond public success. He's survived by his wife, Deborah, and their 4 children. If you or someone is struggling or in crisis, confidential, free, 24/7 help is available. Call or text 988 or visit 988lifeline.org. The Women's College World Series began Thursday with the field down to its final 8 teams, and Let's take a look at some of the best from Women's College World Series. Number 8 UCLA taking on number 1 Alabama, top of the third. Megan Grant.
Friend of the program.
Crushes this one deep to right field. That's gone. Bye-bye. A dinger, his 41st of the year, extending her single season record. UCLA leads 3-1. Then bottom of the 6th, Brooke Wells hits it deep to right center field. Bye-bye. Alabama wins it 6-3. Wells' 24th dinger of the season, third most in Alabama history.
Tennessee and Texas, top 2. Elsa Morrison driving one out to center field for a 3-run jack. Tennessee hands Texas their first loss in a WCWS opener since '98, snapping a 7-game win streak.
Texas Tech, Mississippi State, bottom of the 5th. Tech up 6-0, 2 runners on. Maya Davis grounds one that deflects off the first baseman into right field. A run scores. The throw to third is wide, allowing another run to score. Texas Tech wins 8-0 with a run rule walk-off. Their 37th run rule this season, the most in D1, Trev.
Hey, they are dominating to this point. 5-4 matchup between Arkansas and Nebraska and Hannah Core. This one's out of here in a hurry. Line drive to center field for the solo shot to tie things at 3. Bottom of the 10th. Needed plenty of extras. Ava Cusack. That one's out of here in a hurry as well. 2-run homer. The Cornhuskers win it 5-3 in walk-off fashion. Their second walk-off in Women's College World Series program history. Take it over to the Major League Diamond for a little tilt between NL Central rivals, the Cubbies and Pirates. Paul Skeens looking to avoid his 3rd straight loss one day before his 24th birthday, and he was giving it to him. PCA caught watching the fastball. Alex Bregman goes over the top of that sweeper. Moises Ballesteros chases the high cheese, and Miguel Amaya gets fooled by that sweeper as well. 7 fans for Skeens through 3, tied for most through 3 frames in a start in his career. By the time we get to the 6th inning, it's still a 1-0 game, and on his 103rd pitch of the night, Jared Triolo spikes the throw.
Trio, no.
Oh, there you go. Good dad joke right there. That's one I can appreciate. Skeens is out of there with 10 fans, but he's on the hook for the loss. And in the top of the 8th, Ian Happ is going to drill this one to right and up out of there. Part of his 3-hit night. The Cubbies with back-to-back wins. 7-2 your final.
But to the association, we got a Game 7, Trev. We love a Game 7. But we got to talk about the odds right now, because Saturday night, our first Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals since Rockets-Warriors in 2018. It's been that long. OKC opens as -155 favorites for Saturday's game as they look to be the first defending champion to reach the NBA Finals since the 2019 Warriors.
Oh, ESPN top 10. Oh my goodness, what a catch!
She's a human highlight reel.
Wow! Sports Center top 10.
Trev and Maddie back here with you on Sports Center. We got the French Open underway. Let's talk a little tennis because I'm upset. Second round action. Entering this match, Jannik Sinner was a -50,000 favorite against Juan Manuel Cerundolo. And he was cruising to start. That's a lot, right? Forehand right there wins that game. 1 game away from winning the match, but feeling the effects of the heat. It is hot in France. Tries to cool himself down. After dropping a few games, now up 5-4, Sinner rallying, sends a backhand long. He's starting to limp after the point, clearly in pain. You've got to cool it now. I don't know if I can sing, but listen, set point for Cerundolo. Sinner hits an errant forehand into the net. Continuing to struggle physically, Cerundolo wins the 3rd set. To the 4th we go. Jannik's still in pain. He's got the break point. Cerundolo forehand past Sinner. He does not even move. He doesn't even move. Clearly uncomfortable, not having it. Set point for Cerundolo, dials up an ace. Sinner drops the 4th set 6-1. We're even at 2 sets apiece. To the 5th we go. Cerundolo leads with a 2-0 break chance. Sinner's forehand return finds the net. Not happy about it. The world #1 literally melting down. Later in the set here, Cerundolo attacks the net, uses a looping forehand for the winner. A massive upset for Cerundolo. Defeats Sinner in 5 sets. Now, with Sinner eliminated and Carlos Alcaraz not playing due to a wrist injury, their streak of winning the last 9 majors comes to an end. That was tied for the second longest streak of major titles won by 2 men over the last 100 years, only trailing Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal.
Here on SportsCenter, we're big on consent, so if you don't mind, America, we'd like to kiss it goodbye. Shout out to my Braves out in Boston. Bushy loves this highlight. Ronald Acuna Jr., the separation, kissing that one goodbye, kissing his bat afterwards, his first home run in more than a month. Acuna with the grand slam, and the Braves win 10-2.